So, let's talk about bringing a knife to a gunfight. Melee combat and Payday have been pretty much mortal enemies for some 6 years, ever since the heist introduced us to a wimpy little weapon shove that was supposed to mean something. In January 14, Payday 2 finally got a new assortment of melee weapons, 4 knives that still didn't change much. Okay, so let's fast forward 3.5 years, and Payday 2 now sits at several dozen melees, most of which fall into 2 categories: fast or strong. But what can melee even do? Well, the Brawler tree boasts a number of melee-based abilities that will help us hack and slash through foes with ease, so let's get to the builds. This first build is a bit of a twist on an old favorite. I'm starting with Aced Combat Doctor and Inspire, Aced Shotgun CQB Impact Basic Close By and Overkill, Basic Bullseye, Aced Specialized Killing in the Professional, Aced 9 Lives, Swan Song, Aced Bloodthirst, Berserker, and Frenzy. My primary is the Raven, which I've given Triple Odd Buck, the Long Barrel, a Silent Killer, an Accuracy Reduction, a Compact Laser Module, though you could use just about any laser all things considered, and the Flip-Up Sights. I picked the Raven because I love its ammo capacity, but it has a slow reload speed. With that in mind, that's why I picked up Bloodthirst, as that will let me empty its tube killing guys, then whack an enemy to reload it that much faster. My secondary would be any shotgun short of the Grim or the Goliath, and I don't have Close By Aced. Or for that matter, don't even use the Street Sweeper, that just sucks. So we've got 3 left, and in this case, I went with the Judge, so I could have a quick loading backup weapon in case anything does go awry. Silent Killer, Triple Up Buck, Compact Laser, the Reinforced Frame, we're good to go. My melee could either be the Ice Pick or El Verdugo. And in case you couldn't tell, this was going to be a dodge build, but we don't have the points for that unless we give up Inspire, and I'd rather help my team out here than get some measly crit boost. That means little to nothing when I can just one-shot guys anyways. Molotovs, Dock Bags, the Suit, and Anarchist. I figure the first build of the day should be a simple but effective one. We just need 16 kills to get maximum melee damage, which is simple enough with the Raven's 18 shots, as we can get those kills and have 2 shells to spare in case we miss. Then we just need to grab a melee kill and reload. I prefer using these stacks to grab a charged melee kill against a Bulldozer, as it kills them in one hit. And we can just hit R and restock and get right back to shredding some sorry saps with shots of searing. Yeah, this joke's over. But what about this second build? Unfortunately, there wasn't much more melee could do. Until recently. I saved the best for last. This is it. This is the most insane build I've ever run. Probably one of the most fun builds currently in the game. So get yourself ready for this heck of a thing. Let's start with the skills. I'm grabbing Aced Joker, Partners in Crime, and Hostage Taker for some extra health and some regen. Grab an Aced Die Hard, Shock and Awe, Basic Bullseye, and then Basic Iron Man to beef up ballistic vests. I'm grabbing Basic Inner Pockets, Optical Illusions, along with Aced Professional, Silent Killer, and Low Blow. We're not grabbing Dodge, just crits. And then Aced Equilibrium, Gun Nut, Up You Go, Swan Song, Pumping Iron, and Basic Bloodthirst. Our primary is a light crossbow with explosive bolts. In practice, this is just a GL40 with more concealment. The GL40 can hit 27, the light crossbow's at 29 base and go up to 30, and we need every bit of concealment we can squeeze out of this for our secondary, the Broomstick Pistol, which I've modded with a standard issue suppressor, micro laser, high capacity mag, and the precision barrel. Weighing in at 21 concealment, we've got a 100 accuracy pistol pumping out 234 damage rounds at a reasonably high rate of fire, which can do wonders to take out enemies our crossbow just can't reach, and in the event of crowds, we just switch off to the crossbow and blow them out of here. Our melee choice in this build is a very particular one. We need the Shinsakuto. We are running the Shinsakuto Katana. Remember how I said melees were either strong or fast? Yeah, the Katana kind of bridges that gap. It's able to swing once every half a second, and with Pumping Iron, it's 140 damage a swing. If you don't own the Yakuza character pack, I'm sorry to say, you're playing this build wrong. 90% of its appeal is that Jiro shouts and kias when swinging his blade about, but not to worry, as the Ice Pick or even El Verdugo have an attack rate of 2/3 of a second, which is enough to get things done. You will need to substitute Jiro's warrior cries for your own though, otherwise the build just isn't the same. Our throwable could be anything. I'm using incendiary grenades. Our deployable is whatever you need. An ammo bag would help on longer heists, but if your team needs a medic bag, then definitely bring one. You've got 50 arrows to spare, which should be enough. The light ballistic vest is our armor, and our perk deck is Sociopath. Sociopath scared my doggo. Once upon a time, Sociopath was one of the least used perk decks in Payday 2. Its focus on melee kills didn't make it viable in a time when it could easily take 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 swings to kill your opponent, but update 167 changed that. Sociopath still heals 10% of your health on every melee kill, once per second, but now there's this new combo mechanic built in too. After your first swing connects with a cop, you have 1 second to hit somebody again, and should it connect, you will do, hold on to your hats folks, 10 times the normal damage. That 140 damage katana swing is now a 1400 damage katana swing. That's double the damage of the light crossbow bolt. That's more damage than a grenade. That's more damage than a grenade launcher. That's enough to kill pretty much any regular enemy in your way, and most specials, regardless of difficulty, in just 2 swings. One to start the combo, and the second one to finish them off. Once you get that first swing, rapidly close the gap between enemies, and you can more than easily take out a whole room in just a few swings. You can hack and dice and slice like you're freaking Vince Offer with a slap chop.
Life's hard enough as it is. You don't want to cry anymore. The skin's at the bottom. And look, if you want a little bit of onions, you don't want to drag out the food processor, the skin comes right off.
And should you get a crit, well, let's just grab some footage from one of my past live streams and... Yeah, it's that capable. I know what you're thinking. What about the other melees? Can I kill 3 men with a pencil? Can I destroy a bulldozer with my bare hands? Can I finally teach those crooked cops the meaning of freedom? The answer is no, not really. You need a fast-firing, high-power melee for this build to work effectively, and the fastest melees in the game would swing again after a 0.3 second delay, which for the most part are limited to 60 damage switchblades, fists, knives, etc. The katana only takes 0.5 seconds and does double that damage. As for any of the heavier weapons, well, they have a swing speed exceeding a second, which means that you cannot reasonably combo with them, which prevents them from hitting that massive damage mark. Effectively, this build is reduced to 3 melee choices, the katana being the best of the bunch, followed by El Verdugo and then the ice pick, but that said, they're great melees, and they don't stop them from being a frantic, fast-paced, whole new way to play Payday. I love this deck now, I love these weapons, I love this build. This is by far my favorite build in 2 different builds. It's just run it, give it a shot. You'll have a blast. And until next time, I will see you around. Patreon changed the payment scheme. Now patrons have to pay more, so I figured I would drop my prices. I only have a $1 tier, and it's the same as my $3 tier as before. Name in the credits, monthly state of things video. If that sounds interesting to you, check out patreon.com/E3K. Social media links are also in the description.